Here we go. Here we go. A little bit unusual here for a Monday night, but I'm excited about it. There's so many of you who've been waiting for minutes and minutes. Some of you checked in earlier today. I want to say happy Monday. I hope you had a good one. I hope it was good. I hope you had a good weekend. Thank you so much for working with us. We were so busy yesterday. And listen, I coach Beckett's team. I understand you're supposed to have faith and confidence in the team, right? And I do. But we're a 7-year-old team. We play a lot of 8-year-old teams. And a lot of times I don't think we're going to make it to the finals. But those kiddos surprise us. We made it to the finals last night. We played until after 9 o'clock. We got home really late. So thank you so much for working with us and joining us tonight live. As everyone joins, please say hello. Please say hello to everyone. Let us know where you're from, what you're doing. What'd you have for dinner tonight? Let me see if I can get this situated. Maybe that, maybe. Amanda will be here, hopefully, eventually, maybe. We'll see. But as everyone enters in, please say hello. It's going to be a great hour, a lot of fun. There's so much to talk about. And I see people rolling in now. Hello, everybody. Hello. Here we go. Yes, Mr. Lito Tito's got a question. We'll get to that here in just a little bit. I see Mr. Fireball Steve. There's U.S. Army Combat Medic. I hope you're doing well. Jen is here, of course. Chris from Houma, Louisiana. Mary is here from Oklahoma, Colorado. Brought us Regina. I hope everyone's doing okay. Let's see. Rick is here as well. Rhonda. Joseph Purdue from Alabama. This time next week, I'll be on the Ecstasy. Can you believe it? Can you believe she's almost done with her stint, her 30 years of service, Joseph? You are one of many who I know are cruising on the Ecstasy this month. Her last cruise, October the 10th. We need updates. I tried so hard to make that cruise. I wanted to make it. We knew Amanda wouldn't be able to because, of course, teaching school. I hope that I could. I just couldn't make it happen. So I have to live through you. She's a beautiful ship. She has really received rave reviews since she's come back in service. And now here she is. She's going to be gone. It's so hard to believe. And we've got to believe, too, she's going to the scrapyard. There was some hope that she was being purchased from another cruise line. And there was talks of that even, from what I understand. But it fell through, and she will be scrapped. How crazy is that going to be on that cruise ship, to hear those steel drums playing, to see and feel the entertainment, and to know that this is the last time. You're the last group of people that will enjoy that vacation on her. It's weird, isn't it? It's kind of weird. Wanda's here, Salt Life Cruising. Miss Jen Reed, how about that, Jen? Thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate that so much, and for supporting us. Congrats on second place, Jen says. Thank you so much. Those rings were beautiful. If you haven't checked out Beckett's ring, I posted a picture, I think, to my personal page today. I'll post it on our Island Time page, but beautiful pink rings. Of course, we're in that month of October. It's top of mind, top of list, something I wanted to mention. My family's been affected by cancer. Yours probably has too. And it was a neat conversation coming back yesterday, right? It's 9:30 p.m. Beckett's tired. We've had 5 or 6 games. And he said, why is my ring pink? What is cancer? And so we had that discussion coming home yesterday of what is cancer. Tried to explain it the best I could to a 6-year-old because he's in that stage where pink is a girl's color. And Dad, we played this tournament. I played my heart out, and we got a pink ring. So we explained what cancer is, why the color pink wristband for players on our team that we could wear this month. That's the big picture, right? That's what it's all about. It is. Here we go. Any plans to replace the Ecstasy in Mobile, Lito Tito? That's been a question that I've had the last several weeks. There are plans to replace the Ecstasy in Mobile, but that's the good news. The bad news is she's not going to be replaced for a full year by Carnival Cruise Line. The Ecstasy is moving out in October this month. The Carnival Spirit is going to take over, but not until October of 23. And Mobile, I know for a while, I don't know if they've slowed down now, but Mobile was really searching for it. They threw a pitch to Norwegian, honestly, they really thought would stick, but it did not stick. So as of right now, Mobile will not have a cruise ship there for a full year until October of 2023. They tried. They did. Frankie is here. Frankie, it was great to talk to you today. Let me ask you this question, because Frankie and I discussed this. I experienced it. Frankie experienced it. Did anyone try to access Carnival.com today and your booking and you were not able to? What error did you get? I was frustrated. Frankie was frustrated about this. And I couldn't log in. It was a headache to book travel. I can tell you that. It was a headache. Mr. Rick Wade, how about this? The new Royal Cruise Terminal in Galveston is almost complete. It has the crown and anchor on the front of the building. Oh, my goodness, Rick. It's getting close, and it's a beautiful building. Whether or not you sell Royal, I know some of you are loyal to Royal. Whether or not you sell Royal, first off, I love, of course, the anchor. I mean, hello. That's one of our staples as well. But she is a beautiful terminal. She's going to get you on the ship so fast. And we just wonder, will Carnival rival that? Carnival, who's the lead cruise operator in Galveston, are their plans? We've heard nothing right now. We know the Jubilee is headed, of course, to Galveston, November of 2023. They have to compete. When you look at the metal building that they use now, Terminal 1 and 2, and what Royal Caribbean has built, hands down. Yep. Let's see. Did anyone else had issues? Miss Joni Swanson, thank you so much for that super sticker. I did not bring my slips to write these names down, so we're going to of course, give something away at the end of the show. We'll talk about that as we get back to the chat here in just a second. Amanda's giving the boys a bath. She should be up here in a little bit. We can catch up on our super chats, but let's just open the show like this, okay? We've already seen Frankie. It's his first live. If it is your first live, we want you to tell us that. Tell us, hey, it's my first time here. I enjoy the community. I enjoy the show, but this is my first time, and I'm going to be active. I'm not just going to sit there. I'm going to be active. We want to know that. And if you have questions, make sure you type that word question in all caps. If you would like to, type your question in all caps. Note that a lot of times I'm looking at the screen, at the camera like I am now. I can take my eyes off the camera like this or like that and look at the chat. As Jason says, it's his first live show. Lou Fran, it's a first live show. And we'll catch up on questions here in just a second. But there may be people who answer your question before I do. That's okay. It's called a community. But thank you for being here, for supporting us. Please hit that like button if you have not already. I see we have 31 likes. We can do better than that. If you just click the like button, it puts this video in front of other people who are on YouTube. They're searching for something to watch. They love cruising. They have no clue that we're here. And we're about to surprise them with a big gift that says, welcome to our community. Come talk cruising. We are fun. We're a fun group of people. So go ahead and hit that. Oh, it's already jumped up. Looky there. Also, if you have not subscribed, as I can feel my collar is not fixed, Mama would be upset. If you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. We have a goal this month. We'll see if we reach it. I don't know. I thought it was too much. We're currently over 13,000. We reached our goal, 13,100. We're looking for 14,200. That's a lot. It's out there. It is out there. We're going to see if we can do it. One reason why it's so high this month, we're cruising on the NCL Prima, and I think people will be watching that. Hopefully we gain some Norwegian fans, right? Excuse me while I get a little drink here, and we'll catch up on comments. Here we go. Tess has a good note there. Miller Lite, by the way. Carnival. Pig and anchor. As Tess says, note lots of things that are said, maybe in jest or sarcastic. If you're not sure about a comment, just don't take me too seriously, and you're good, Tess. Thank you very much for that. And yes, we're all here to have fun. We're not here to cause trouble. We're not here to fight. We're here to have fun. That's what we're going to do for the next hour. Hopefully this helps you unplug. As we're going to talk about cruise news, we're going to have a game here that we've never played before. I come up with these games. Sometimes they're hits and we do them again, and sometimes it's like, dude, What were you thinking? Thank you so much. Everyone saying cheers. It was a long Monday. It was a long weekend. We didn't have a weekend. Football Saturday, baseball Sunday. But here we go. Let's go. Let me scroll up here and catch up on some questions. And I'm not going to hit all of them because there's a lot of comments here, but I know Tess is asking about Jubilee for New Year's Eve 2023. Tess, we're not booked on that one yet. We are booked in November, the first U.S. sailing, but we are looking for a New Year's Eve cruise. Tess, we may join you on that one, on the Jubilee. We might. Salt Life Cruising just bought the new Insta360. I am jealous. I'm jealous. I would love that Insta360. I would love it. I would. It's been on my list for a while. I haven't paid the money yet. I think it's below $400 now. But Salt Life Cruising, they also have the GoPro Hero 11. I have my 8 right here beside me. Can't wait to use them on your next cruise, the Carnival Spirit, beautiful Carnival Spirit this month on the 22nd. Be sure to share that footage. Our Facebook page is in the description of this video. Before you leave here tonight, check out that Facebook page. We are almost at 3,000 members, and it is great to see people, islanders, posting every single day. They're boarding a cruise ship. It's embarkation day, or they're in a certain island. It is awesome to see. It makes my day every morning when I wake up and I see that. And I know that Salt Life Cruising will do the exact same thing. Let's see. Julie, good evening. Lito Tito had a question. I know I answered one of them earlier. I'll try to catch up on those questions as well. Tammy is here. It's great to see you. Florida Cruisers, it's your third live show. I hope everything is fine in Florida. Of course, we're thinking about the Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, and other states that have been impacted by the hurricane. It has passed. The great news is it has passed. There's a lot of damage, destruction, people asking questions. How can we recover from this? Do we build right here? Do we move somewhere else? Those are tough. It's tough. And I'll tell you this. I have not mentioned this until now. I'll mention it to this community. I wouldn't do this in a recorded video, but I'll mention it right now. This past week, we had an accident here at home. And I was upset. Amanda left one morning. I think it was Wednesday morning. She got in a Yukon that's new. We've had it 4 or 5 months. I mean, it was a used car when we bought it, but it's new to us. And you know what I'm talking about. You work, you live responsibly, you buy a car, you plan on having the car for a long time. Amanda got in the Yukon. The boys were in it. She backed up and hit our other car. Both cars damaged. We are fighting insurance. It's been unbelievable. But I was upset. Walked out. Amanda called me and said, hey, come outside. You're going to be mad. I walked outside and dents. The door's going to be replaced. The bumper, like I said, I haven't shared this. And I was upset. I was like, how? How does this happen? That was my first reaction. It should not have been. It should have been Amanda. I'm glad you and the boys are okay. But as we assess the damage and we got Amanda and the kiddos to school, I walked inside and the hurricane coverage was on. This was Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, maybe Thursday. And hurricane damage is on. And I'm seeing what people are going through, living through. Their cars or homes are being destroyed. I said, you know what? Who cares about a dent? Who cares about a scratch? It's all about perception. It is. Even when bad things happen, you've got to keep on going. You do. Down to 5 days, Will and Lori Green said, you're exactly right. It's been great to work with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there. We had a record month. First off, it was our first month for booking vacations and being travel advisors. I never would have dreamed that we would reach $100,000 in business our first month, but we did. Will and Lori they're some of our clients. We worked together to plan a cruise. And down to 5 days is exciting. If you're looking to book your next cruise, if you need help booking that cruise, planning your cruise, send us an email. It is travel@bookislandtime.com. You won't be disappointed. We will respond quick. We'll get everything going, I promise. Let's catch up here. I'm way behind, so let me scroll almost to the bottom here. What's the Facebook group called? It is Island Time Cruise News and Travels, what it should be. There is a link in the description, though. Let's see. Questions. What are your thoughts on Carnival stocks? Seg asked this. I think Fireball Steve also asked if I bought stock today. I did buy some stock today. Did you guys see that stock was down, Carnival stock anyway, to $6, and I think at one point 65 cents. $6.65 pre-COVID. it was in the mid 50s, $55. Thankfully, I'm not holding any of those shares at 55. Oh my goodness. But people have lost money. I've had people email me and ask for advice. I always say I am not a financial advisor, a financial planner. I do my own stocks. I do my own trading for the most part. Besides my retirement, I have someone manage my retirement at my day job. But when you look at stocks, okay, and when something is at a 30-year low, and now it's plus 30 years plus low, all of them are low. When you look at the old adage, buy low, sell high, it makes sense. And so I have added some shares. I know there are people hurting. There are people who get this stock because they want the onboard credit, right? A 7-day cruise, 8-9-day cruise, you get $100. If it's less than that, you get $50, things like that. And that's why people buy it, but they hold it. And there are some people who are freaking out. They see that red negative number. Don't sell it, okay? My advice, it's not professional. Don't sell it. You haven't lost money on stocks or the stock market until you sell it. You can show negative. $200 or $300, $2,000 or $3,000, $20,000. You haven't lost the money until you sell it. So that's my thoughts there on stocks across the industry right now. But they are low. They're low. Can you buy it at $650? All of a sudden it doubles in the next 18 months? Yeah. If you've cruised recently, ships are full. People are spending money. It's just the baggage right now. The cruise industry had to take a lot of loans to get through COVID, billions of dollars worth of loans. They're scared right now. Investors are scared about inflation. They're scared even about the economy, what could come. That's the reason why these things are taking place. So here's Mr. Rick Wade again. Those super chats again, they pop up on my screen. So that's how it gets my attention so fast. Carnival just celebrated 22 years in Galveston. The MS Celebration was the first Carnival cruise ship in Galveston. Rick, you're exactly right. It's a neat story that the celebration, of course, coming out this year, 50-year birthday, the Jubilee, the original Jubilee sailed out of Galveston at one time as well. And she's going to make Galveston her home port. It really is a good story. But that's a great reminder. 22 years in Galveston. That is awesome. And they've grown so much. 3 beautiful ships there with the Vista, Dream, and Breeze right now. That's going to change soon. The Vista's going to leave when the Jubilee comes, but that is awesome. Financial advisor. There's Amanda. How about that? And Rayleigh Creative Travel. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for hopping on tonight, saying hello. Oh, Amanda, I guess she's on. She's downstairs. The kiddos got their baths. U.S. Army Combat Medic. That's a great comment there. If you watch those stocks every day, it's hard not to do so. You'll go crazy. You will. Let's catch up some more here. Salt Life Cruising, who's all going on the Vloggers Cruise, January of 2023. I needed permission from Amanda. I would love to go. I've looked at that cruise, and there are so many vloggers going. All the people that I watch, believe it or not, I'm a daily content connoisseur from many channels. Of course, Lalita Loca and Tony and Jenny, what they do, they've been great to our show, to our community. Don, of course, Jay with the Ship Life. I saw he went live earlier. There's going to be so many people in that Vloggers Cruise. I would love to go. I would. Maybe I can get a yes. Usnavi. It's great to see Usnavi tonight. 86 days until New Year's Eve. That New Year's Eve cruise we're going on December the 29th through January the 3rd. We are ecstatic. We are. We cannot wait. And it will fly by. If we can get through this month, November will fly by. And then you're at cruise month, right? In December with Christmas, it will fly by as well. We're excited for that. And the Roaring 20s theme. I've got to finalize some of my costume ideas. Do you call it a costume? I don't know. Speaking of costumes, is anyone dressing up for Halloween? Amanda and I are going on the Norwegian Prima at the end of the month, and we're going to actually get off the boat on Halloween, but they will have Halloween festivities. And I told Amanda, I said, we need to dress up. So we need a couple's idea that is manageable to do. Okay, we're not creative. We're for sure not artsy. But what's a couple's idea you can dress up as on a cruise ship? Let us know. Let's talk about this because we got to bring something, right? I have a feeling there's going to be a competition and we're going to be in that competition. There's Trina. How about that, Trina? That's okay. That's okay. You're not late. You are right on time. We were having fun here discussing getting this thing kicked off here. Let's see what we've got. Are there any ports in Oregon, Lori, not currently that are being sailed out of? I'm thinking, going through my mind with each cruise line. Of course, Washington, Seattle's a big port there. I can't think of any in Oregon. Usnavi's already ready. Why am I not surprised by that? You're cruising in a month, Tess says. It's been booked for so long, it's hard to believe. And yes, I'm dressing up 3 times on the Horizon. You are going to love the Horizon. We just sold her at the end of July. And dress up. I cruised last year in October. It was mid to late October, and it was so much fun to see everyone dress up. People are creative. People would dress up things that I wouldn't even think of and fathom. They would dress up. It was funny. It was fun. There are costume competitions in different categories. They replaced some of the Lido Deck parties with that, and it is just it's funny. It is. Ice cream at 8:20. There's no problem there. None at all. Yep, as Rick says, I love Don and Tony. I watch their blogs as much as yours, Rick. Nothing wrong with that. Yep. Let's see if I missed anything else here. I know that you are, Kevin, you're exactly right. Tom Brady, what's going on? What is going on, Kevin? Mahomes looked very, very good. I didn't see the game in its entirety. I had to catch the highlights. Mahomes looked good. I almost wanted to say Mahomes looked like vintage Mahomes, but he's still young. He's still creating what the vintage looks like. And so he did look really good, Kevin. That was a big win there by Kansas City. Let's see. Perfect. We're almost caught up. What's the latest on Grand Turk port opening? That's a good question there. It's not open yet, although there are signs that maybe something is close. There were some dates removed from the schedule, Grand Turk's schedule. They were taken away, removed for a little while, or hidden. Now they're back. Those dates include dates that are this month, middle of this month. So we're hoping maybe that work is done there and that ships can port at Grand Turk. A very, very beautiful stop there. Yep, there's John. Yes, what's up, John? We are having fun. We're enjoying this live hour together, celebrating life, celebrating a Monday. We got through our Monday. We're going to play a game here in just a second. Mr. and Miss Potato Head. I like that. Skipper and Gilligan. Usnavi says we're talking about Halloween costumes that Amanda and I can dress up as, or anyone for that matter, that's cruising this month. Moth and light bulb just keep bouncing into each other. Oh my gosh, that is good. Allie, that's good. Peanut butter and jelly. Liz and Phil, surf and turf test. I like that. I like it. The Z Show. It's great to see you here tonight. And Tim and Joni as well. C. Clark, there's some familiar faces. Thing 1 and thing 2. That's a good idea for Halloween. I'm dressing up as a black swing blade. You're going to scare me. I need to watch some Halloween movies. I have not done that yet, but it's only the 3rd day of October, right? Yep. U.S. Army Combat Medic says the excursions for its European cruise is now open on the celebrity website, one step closer. That is awesome news. It's always fun when those excursions open up. And you may not book through the cruise line, but at least you can see there, what's offered, maybe give you some ideas on what to do on the ship. Chopsticks and takeout box. Deanna, I like it. I like it. Dress up as a Flying Scotsman and kindle fire. That is a good idea right there. That's a good idea. I could do that. I could. Couples ideas. Yes, we need it. We need it. We don't celebrate Halloween, but we're excited to be sailing on the Celebration 1029 of 23 Jen. That's going to be an awesome cruise. It is. Yes, Steelers lost to the Jets. You're right, Medic. You are. Good. I'm caught up. Let's talk about this. I try to keep the cruise news segment of this live show pretty brief, right? Because you guys see the cruise news videos, but there's big news today. I think we will all remember, I will for sure, October the 3rd. A lot took place today, and we still don't know what some of these things mean. We still don't have all the details, which is tough. And it usually means it's a bigger change. When you don't have all the information up front, it usually means because there's a lot of information. So we're going to talk about it. U.S. Army Combat Medic thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate your support as always. It is very, very valued. I promise you that. So let's talk about this brick and a bricklayer, Fireball Steve. I like that. Kevin, how about this, Kevin? Mike has a red dress I can borrow, Usnava. Yeah. So I'm the Kindle Fire part of the Kindle Fire, the Scotsman. I see how it is. Kevin, I just found out that my oldest daughter is having our first grandbaby. Congratulations, April the 20th of 2023. And then I found out that we get to take our two daughters and the father of my son to be our new, and then it ends. Kevin, congratulations on that. That's awesome news. Okay, let's talk about news real quick. I'm going to keep it short. It was a busy day. I put out 2 videos today, rare 2-video day, but both of them are big stories. And like I said, both of them still aren't complete. So as I share this news, tell me what you think. Let me know what you think about this news. Rodney, any word on the Carnival loyalty program changes? No word yet. It looks like something that they're working on. Of course, they've hired someone in particular to work on this program. We know that it was on the radar. It was on the docket before COVID. COVID, of course, took place, and it had to be held. Cruising resumed a year and a half ago, and they've done everything they can to focus on safely cruising. Of course, they've done that, and now with Norwegian's news of let's cruise like it's 1999, Carnival is soon to follow, and they're starting to work on these changes that were on the docket at least before COVID. So we'll see what happens here. Grandbaby on the Jubilee, July 27th of 24. That is awesome. Darth Vader. Oh, that's a good one, Lori. That's a good one. Julio, do I think cruise lines will soon follow NCL? Yes, we're going to talk about that here in a second, and I'll tell you why I think that as well. Awesome news about the masks are optional for Royal Crew. I finally get to see their smiles. Rick, you're exactly right about that. Let's talk about the news. Royal Caribbean shared this news among crew members, and that's one reason why we're having to piecemeal things together. Royal Caribbean did not come out with a press release, as we often watch for. A lot of times, people like myself are made aware of these press releases. They're sent to us because they want us to push the news and the factual news. But that's not how this took place. This was, in a memo, basically, in meetings with internal crew members that on particular ships, and it varies per ship, but crew members wearing masks are now optional in crew member areas for sure. So crew member meetings, team meetings, the I-95 corridors are walking up and down, the crew mess area, areas that they hang out and enjoy some time off. Masks are optional. They don't have to wear them. But it's also been reported by crew members and, of course, our buddy Matt at Royal Caribbean blog that this is extending to some guest areas as well, where crew members and guests interact with each other. Outdoor areas, we're told, on certain ships, crew members, masks are optional. And some of the entertainment, even, masks are optional. And so I think there's a lot that goes into this, depending on the ship, depending on leaders of the ship, of course, those officers and their beliefs and what they're being told. How many numbers of cases are on board? How many crew members? Are we well staffed? Can we withstand losing some crew members to quarantine for a period of time? So there's all kinds of factors here. But the story really is crew members can now at least choose in certain areas of the ship whether or not they wear a mask. And so U.S. Army Combat Medic, I saw your question. I was thinking about that while I was talking. Question, are crew members still being tested? They are. I don't think it's as frequent. It was every week to 10 days. When the cruise restart happened, it was every week. They backed off to every 10 days, 14 days. And I would still think that I know they have the capabilities on board, so that leads me to think that answer is yes, but I don't know the frequency of that. But yes, they're still testing on board. Yep. So it's gonna be neat to see these crew members who've been wearing buttons for months and months and months and months, and now they're going to be able to take that mask off if they so choose in certain areas of the ship and show their face and not have to wear a mask while they work. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Jason, it's great to see you here. I hope you had a good Monday there. Yes, as Usnavi says, good for them. I would hate to have to wear that crap on my face for that many hours. And the jobs they do, I don't know what to. I mean, I don't know what else to do. We've cruised like 8 or 9 times since the cruise restart. All I can do is tell them, hey, thanks. Yep. There's Glenn. Hey, Glenn, hope you're doing well. We just got talking about the Royal Caribbean news today, that crew members masking is optional in certain areas of the ship, and that's on certain ships. So, yep. Joyce, it's great to see you here. Joyce says it's her first live that she's caught. It's great that you're here, and I'm even more happy that you took time to comment and say hello to us. I'm glad that you're here. Let me type this email address out right here. I usually have it copied where I just have to paste it. As a matter of fact, I might have that if I just pull it up right here. Here in just a second, we're going to talk about as well the Norwegian news, which I had to read like 4 times, no lie, because I'm like, am I reading this right? Is this saying what I think that it says? That answer was yes. It is saying exactly what I thought it said. And so we're going to talk about it here in just a second. Derek, you can wear a hairy costume on the Prima. I need a costume. I do. Testing and crew not wearing masks can pose a problem. U.S. Army combat medic, you're right. Especially as we go into the fall and winter and the unknown. You know, what's going to happen? No one knows what's going to happen. I don't think. If someone knew, I would love it because we could prevent whatever it is that's going to happen. But I see your point there. Yep. Rhonda, appreciate that. Please hit that thumbs up button. We're at over 100 people. We have 75 thumbs up. We've had several who have super chatted already. We appreciate your super chats so much. Honestly, that's the majority there of that support that we get is from our live videos. It's not from our daily videos. Usually, no lie, it's $8, $12, $15 for our daily videos and about 3 or 4 hours of work. Speaking of financial advisors, mine would say, what in your ever-loving mind are you doing spending 3 or 4 hours and making 8 to 15? But I enjoy doing this. Yep. Harry, the CEO. Yes, who is I almost let the cat out of the bag. Harry Sommer is who Tim is referring to. I almost let the cat out of the bag, and then it's like, do I say it? There's a few things in the works, hopefully events that may or may not, we'll see, take place on board the NCL Primo when we cruise. It's a celebration. I received an email today. I'm saying too much. Lito Tito, doing what you love and loving what you do. You're right about that. I mean, it's 100%. And that's what I would tell someone that said you're crazy for doing it. Lito Tito, you're exactly right. And if I didn't do it, you and I wouldn't know each other. We've cruised together. You've been to my house. You've got an open invitation. We've got to make it down to Southern Louisiana as well. But that's what it's all about. The value of relationships is you can't put a price tag on that. Peggy, it's great to see you tonight. Thank you so much for that super chat and your support as well. Anyway, got an email today. NCO reminded me executives will be there, and I've been trying to sneak into the Haven. I've been trying to say, can we get into the Haven? And, I shared Island Time. They were impressed with it. I shared how many impressions, 12 million impressions in 15 months. A third of those coming in the last 90 days, 1.2 million views on our content in the last 15 months. And they said, we can't get you in the Prima. I said, Ugh. They said, you know why? I said, why? They said, all of our executives are staying there for that cruise. I said, your executives? They said, yes. We can't get you in the Haven, but we may be able to get you some time with the executives. Even better. I'll take that. So we'll see what comes from it, what doesn't come from it. But it's Norwegian's inaugural cruise from Galveston. We're excited about that. Yep. Derek. How about that? I've got a cousin named Eric. Derek, cruising stars lined up. I have a back-to-back. Oh, my gosh. That is awesome. Virgin Voyages on the 16th. Celebration on the 21st. which is the first sailing from the United States. Eric, if you wanted to give up that cabin, I have probably 10 people who would buy it from you right now. I received 4 emails today alone for the Carnival celebration, November 21st. People want that first sailing from the United States, and there's no cabins. And they're confused when I tell them there's no cabins. They say, do I have an offer? Do I have like $100 offer on it? I said, you don't have $1,000 offer on it. There's no cabins, and they're confused by it. So, Eric, if we want to auction that thing off, we can do that. And Margaritaville at Sea is going to wrap up that 3-leg back-to-back on the 28th. That is awesome. Please, please, please share whenever you have internet. If it's not on board, if it's after, that's okay. Please share your feedback about that's awesome. 3 ships, 3 cruise lines, a ton of ports, I know. Please share your feedback with us. Yep. You're right, Little Tito family. You're exactly right. Yep. Glenn, I think it's close there. I think Carnival, we'll talk. Well, let's talk about that now. I told you we'd talk about it. Some people they think that maybe NCL is motivated because cruising is slowing down. I mentioned this in the video today. Carnival had their earnings call. The stock dropped by more than 20%. It's now dropped about 25% since Friday. Some people say they're money hungry. They have debt. There's inflation. I don't think that's what it is. I really don't. Money talks, I know, but I don't think it's what it is. Cruise lines have an interest to keep people safe. They have to keep people safe. But, and this is a big old booty right here. But once one of these cruise lines do something, we've seen whether it's impose a protocol or take away a protocol, other cruise lines follow. Norwegian will gain some cruisers simply because they're saying, come to the terminal, check in as you always have, put your credit card on file or put some cash on board. Take a look around the people, watch at the people you're cruising with, and get on the ship. Don't show the vaccine card. Don't show the test. Don't answer the questionnaire, although there will be that before you cruise. The questionnaire will be available. But just cruise. And they're going to gain cruisers because of that. And Royal Caribbean and Carnival will say, not so fast, my friend. I think they will jump in and do the same thing in a matter of time. Remember, though, Royal Caribbean and Carnival carry more cruisers, which is, of course, more of a risk. They have bigger ships, especially Royal Caribbean. Bigger ships, more people, no mask, no test, no vaccine. As U.S. Army combat medic, it could be interesting. Yep. Pack the bags. That's right. Question: we would love hearing how backs-to-back work. Will and Lori, that's a good question, how back-to-backs work. Depends on the cruise line, but they're, for the most part, majority the same. You can book a back-to-back and have the same cabin for 2 straight cruises. It may be a 3-day, 4-day, 5-day, 6-day, 7-day, but it could be the same cabin or a different cabin. Some people choose a different cabin. They go cheap one week with an interior. Then they might have a balcony the next week. But the way it works, of course, you cruise your first week as normal. On debarkation day, when everyone's sad, they're leaving the ship. They're saying, yep, I'm out of here. I'm gone. I've got to go home. You still have a whole nother cruise. And so you usually wait at some part of the ship. There's usually a small group. Sometimes there's just less than a dozen people. Sometimes there's 30 or 40 people who are doing a back-to-back. And you wait at a particular location. Used to, you could just stay on the ship. From what I understand now, since COVID, they do take you off for just a second, and it's usually a separate room. You don't go with the general population that's about to embark on the ship. They take you off for just a second, and then you go right back on the ship, and you take a picture together as a group that you're the back-to-backers there. And they even give you a nice little drink when you're there on board to celebrate. And then for a short time there, you're the only people on the ship. It may be 30 minutes, 40 minutes. It's just you. It's you and your little group there. And then, of course, people start to board, and your cruise starts again. It really is interesting. It is. Don, March the 11th, he says that he is cruising on the Carnival Spirit, a beautiful ship. That's like the 4th person who said they're cruising on the Spirit. We will try to catch the Spirit when she comes to Mobile, our closest home port that we've never sailed out of. How does that work? I don't know. I have no clue. Anthony, it's great to see you here tonight. Chris has 32 days until he cruises on the Valor and CA Ken's Court. Sudden, you should be pushing for the Super Bowl at the end of January. Yes, yeah. Together we travel. It's great to see you here tonight as well. We have a big crowd tonight. We do. Stick with us. We're going to play a game here in just a second. We still have to talk about Norwegian's news as well. My brother Derek, I actually got that with a great casino deal way back when the bookings open. Yes, you're not going to get it anymore, though. You're not going to enjoy. That's my birthday, November 21st. I never could have convinced Amanda that my birthday present needed to be the Carnival celebration, her first selling from the United States. It just didn't work. It did not. Together We Travel says 5 days until Carnival legend to Bermuda. So many people have been hating on Bermuda lately. They have. I love Bermuda, a beautiful place. And they're starting to normalize their protocols with everyone else. Yep. Cindy's cruising on the Vista in 39 days. She appreciates our advice here on Island Time. You have your calendar set so you can do your online check-in absolutely at midnight. And that's, if you say midnight, that means you're on Eastern time. If you're Central time, it's 11 p.m. But yes, checking in. If you have catch our check-in video for Carnival, it works for Royal Caribbean and others. It will help you get on board first. It will. The customs agent came to the dining hall on the Dream, C. Clark. That is awesome. That's the way it used to work. But I have not seen since COVID, I've not seen that policy or protocol take place. I've seen people have to get off the ship and get back on. So, C. Clark, thank you for pointing that out. The back-to-back, they just waited in the dining room. The customs agent came on board, probably said hello, counted everybody, and got the official paperwork, and they didn't even have to get off the ship. That's awesome to hear that is back. Rick has a back-to-back booked on the Harmony of the Seas. When she comes to Galveston, that's going to be awesome. It is. A lot of people not talking about the Harmony. I don't know why not. A lot of people talking about the Allure, but the Harmony is another beautiful ship. 70 days, Daryl says, until the Valor. That's going to be awesome. November the 11th, Glenn said, is his. How long are casinos open for Carnival? Kevin, it's pretty standard across the industry. Casinos open within minutes of leaving a home port, a U.S. home port, depending where you're leaving from. Sometimes in New Orleans, you got to go down the river, and it takes a little bit longer to open. But when you're a few miles offshore, they can open. They stay open. Table games stay open till 2 or 3 in the morning, depending how busy the tables are. The slots stay open 24 hours a day, as long as the ship is not in port. Right? When you're in port, they close down. Carnival says we're not paying taxes here. We're not. They close it down when you're in port. So if you stay on the ship during the day, you think I'll stay on and play a table game. No, you're not. It's closed. But they will open up, pretty soon after you leave a port of call, they will open back up, and they're open till late in the night. You can get your fix. Doesn't matter if you're cruising 3, 5, 7 days, you will get your casino fix. You will. Yep. October the 16th on MSC Meraviglia, my first MSC and non-Carnival mic. That's going to be awesome. Of course, they will match your status, I think, up to gold. Mike, let us know how that MSC cruise goes. We have booked several MSC cruises here lately, and we're hopefully going to go on one in 2024. We could not work it into 2023. So, Coach didn't have to get off when he was on the back-to-back on Mardi Gras. That is great news, too, and that was a couple months ago, so that's good. Joyce, we had 5 cruises canceled by Carnival because of the vaccine mandate. We were supposed to be platinum. Golly, Joyce. I really thought, and John referenced this a few times, John Hill. I wasn't going to say his name, but I'll say it. I like John. John likes me sometimes, okay? John, we love you. We love you, okay? John had pushed, for a little while at least, for Carnival cruisers to get those days of cruises that were canceled. And it just didn't work out. Whoever made the decision, whatever group of people or individual person, they said, hey, these people booked their cruise. Some of these cruises were paid in full. They couldn't help. COVID came about, and they could not take the cruise. Can we give them those days? Can we give them those points? That answer was no. So, yeah. Yep, it is no. For Bermuda, do you have to pay $40 in port fee? Yes, you still do. They have normalized some of their protocols. There is talk of that $40 fee going away. They've gone back and forth on it. The last I saw, you still have to pay it. They made $22 million, I think it was, so far based on that port fee. It's like they've taken away all the protocols but want the money. So we'll see what happens here. Glenn's asked about the Carnival Vista. They have not fixed the Carnival Vista yet. I say yet. There's supposed to be teams on board, specialized teams that are fixing the Vista. But remember, they've already sent letters out to cruisers all the way in to early 2023. They've already basically said it's going to take us some time to fix the ship. So, then again, there are some itineraries that are making that long 1,400-mile round-trip haul to Jamaica, Grand Cayman, Cozumel. That's the longer itinerary for the Carnival Vista. There are some cruises they're still scheduled to go. Some were moved to Belize, Mahogany Bay, and Cozumel, which is about 1,100 miles. Why do I know this? Why do I even know that? Why am I out here spitting out how many miles a particular itinerary is? Unbelievable. What do you get? Trina asked. Basically, if you're that gold level, the MSC will match. I'll have to look at that, Trina. I don't know offhand. Each loyalty program is different, and I don't know offhand. I'm sorry about that. I'll look it up. I'll venture to say it's not much. You guys know how loyalty programs go. It's nice to climb that ladder in the loyalty program, but really, there's not much that goes with it besides the color of the cards or that status. Yep. Ronnie, it's great to see you. Ronnie, we'll go platinum in 30 days. Family cruise with 2 adults, daughters, and in-laws. It's going to be awesome, Rodney. It is. That's great news. Cynthia's here in the Carnival Sunshine for the second time, November the 4th. We love the sunshine and that Serenity area, the waterfall there. Plan to be on her several more times before she leaves Charleston at the end of 2024. That was kind of a messy breakup, wasn't it? It was. Charleston really just said, we don't want a cruise ship here anymore. So, yeah, I left 3.3 miles from the port. Oh, Cynthia, what would I do? I look up my window here in central Arkansas, and I see trees and leaves are blowing in the wind, and our grass is dying because it's dry. We haven't had rain in a long time. Yep, 392 days, Norma says, until the Jubilee. Norma, it's great to see you tonight. I hope you're doing okay. Julie was on the Vista last week. Julie, I hope you had a great time. Give us a short review there. What was good, what was bad, if you want to. The Vista, of course, is the Z-Show ship. It is. Is Greece still the only port in Europe requiring a COVID test? U.S. Army Combat Medic, while I was looking at Norwegian's news today, they were still on the list. So as of today in Norwegian's website, they are. Yep. I know random unnecessary cruise info too. Tess says, when I run out of things, I need to know, I research the other stuff. Tess, exactly. Thank you. Exactly. That's what I do. Yep. Your MSC match is not good on the first cruise, Mike says. That's interesting to know. And I think, like I said, the match up to a gold status on Carnival depends on the cruise line, what they transfer over. Yep. Monty is here. Monty, it's great to see you. The sunshine is awesome. I agree. Yep. All those cruising in October, I am very jealous. It sounds like there's a lot of us. There is a lot of us. I'm turning gold, Joni says. When I sail on the Sunshine for the Journeys cruise in January, that is great news. Carnival site is back up, Frankie says. Thank you, Frankie. We've been waiting all day. Frankie was one of them who said, hey, something's wrong here. It is. Of course, I manage Frankie's cruises. He's got one coming up. He's got one in January. He's got one in 2023 so far. Frankie, that is great news because I need to check on my stuff as well. So thank you for letting us know that. We go platinum as soon as we step on the Jubilee, Norma. That's going to be great. Monty says November I'll be gold on the celebration. Tim, 453 days until the Jubilee. That is great news. Kevin, since me and my family are booked on the Carnival Jubilee July 27th, 2024, if you want to bring a bottle of alcohol, what do you need to know? You're going to have to sneak it on, Kevin. You can bring wine. If you want to bring a bottle of wine, you can do that. It's got to be carried on. It cannot be in your checked-in luggage, but you can bring wine. But if you're wanting that bottle of old Jack Daniels or something, they're going to catch it. They're going to catch it. They are. Yep. Kenneth, I appreciate that love so much. I do. Kenneth says, just want to say I love your show. I hope you do. I spend a lot of time thinking about content, creating the content. There's some major editing. I'm nowhere near perfect. Posting, answering questions. It's a lot, but I thoroughly enjoy it. I hope you do too. It's a great community here. We're a great group of people. Yep. Don't forget to pick up your gold pen. You're exactly right about that. Let's talk about Norwegian here. And Norwegian's news, I still can't believe it. Norwegian came out today, and I've already seen marketing. They've already sent us, as travel agents, travel advisors, marketing material to share with clients. And Norwegian's making this push. Do you know someone wanting to cruise? They're hesitant about protocols of other cruise lines. They want to cruise, and they want things the way they used to be. Book NCL. They've already sent us that material to market with Island Time Travel. And Norwegian said today, we are dropping all COVID-19 protocols starting tomorrow. This was the crazy thing, too. Some people said it was about money because a lot of these COVID announcements have said starting on November the 1st, weeks in advance. Starting tomorrow, though, Norwegian says, hey, you don't have to. Don't worry about bringing your vaccine card. That's not necessary. You got enough to pack. Don't bring it. And that test, don't worry about the test if you're vaccinated. But they also said, don't worry about the test if you're not vaccinated. Just show up to the port, check in like you used to. You remember, and get on the ship. They're the first ones to say that. We're going to see. Everyone. I've had so many questions today. Will Royal Caribbean and Carnival follow? I don't see how they don't, but I don't know when. It's going to be interesting. It really is. Biff, October the 29th on the Vista. Test besides CCL isn't doing so much yet to make you feel special. Yep. Let me ask you this. Do you think NCL is going down the right road? Do you think it's a good decision? And would you, as a NCL cruiser or Royal or Carnival cruiser, would you like to see your cruise line of choice, Virgin Voyages, Margaritaville at Sea, Disney, who had some recent changes. Would you like to see your cruise line adopt these same protocols that NCL announced today? There's Peace and Be Wild. Hello. I just hope NCL drops the Free at Sea program. If you don't book the Free at Sea, which we've booked some cruises here recently on Free at Sea, the drink package, the highest level drink package is going to be $138 per day. The cheapest drink package is $109. I said the cheapest. There is a wine and beer package for like $59 or $65, something like that. But yeah, let's see what we got. If you bring your Jack, you better take your Coke. Rodney, you're exactly right. Pepsi products. Come on. You're exactly right. You better take your own Coke as well. Lori, thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate that super sticker so much. Golly, it's already 54 past the hour. Let me mention this here really quick. We've had several people super chat tonight. We're not going to draw live tonight. I will do it tomorrow, though, on our show. And it gives us some time here. And I'll explain this because we have so many new faces, so many new names. Every time you super chat, and it sends me a list of people who do it. Every time you super chat on a live show, you're entered in to win some free merch from our spread shop. Our spread shop link is in the description of this video. I don't make our own merch. I don't. I've got this hat. I've got T-shirts and things like that. I was looking around because they're laying around here. But I don't make it. You don't want me making the stuff that you're going to buy. You want to buy it from someone professional. You buy it from Spread Shop. They ship it to you. You have 30 days to look at it, try it on, wear it. If it's great, if it's what you expected, if it exceeds your expectations, keep it. If you get it in and you think, yep, that color's not right, that's not what I thought, it doesn't fit right, send it back. They'll give you your money back. Or, of course, you can exchange it for something else that you like. But with our super chats, every time you super chat on a live show, you're entered in to win. I will draw a name, and that person will go to the website. They will pick out something that they want, and they'll send it to me. I'll buy it myself. I will ship it to them. That's how it works. As Joseph said, Joseph has been a winner before. Thanks for an awesome show. You're welcome, Joseph. You are. Dropping our COVID protocols, Eric says, has to happen at some point. If not now, when is the right time? And let me make a clarification, too. No one's pointed this out, but I've thought in my mind all day. Someone's going to get me on this. So I'm going to go ahead and point this out. That way I can point them to this video when it happens. I keep referencing that we're, with NCL's news, that we're going to cruise like we used to before COVID. And what I mean by that is when you show up to the terminal, you check in, you're gung-ho about getting on the cruise. You're not pulling out your vaccine card or your test. You're just checking in. But cruising is way different than and it's always going to be, than it was before COVID. And NCL did a good job of pointing this out. I needed to give them this credit. They talked about the different air filtration upgrades that they've done. They talked about the different cleaning protocols, materials, number of times per day that they clean. They've talked about even just different things that they've put in place of training, crew member training that they put in place that they think is now's the time to do this because we've put this into place. We can take away these protocols. So I wanted to point out when I say cruising like before COVID, what they're doing on board is not going to change. It's safer. It is cleaner than it's ever been. But when I say talking about cruising before COVID, I'm talking about just being able to show up, check in, and hopping on the boat. Yep. Rodney, thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate that. Derek, maybe I can win a free cruise from you, Glenn. I wish we were giving cruises away. I'll tell you that. I wish we were giving them away. I would be broke. We are, I think I told Lito Tito or someone the other day, we are 15 months in. We're almost at the break-even point. I told Amanda, and she was video equipment. I've got my you guys don't see behind the scenes type of stuff, but my microphone that plugs into my phone and my GoPro and all of it, we're about to break even. If I gave a cruise away, there's another year of work, right? Yeah, I'll look for the free cruise, Norma. I wish. Yeah, let's cruise together, 50-50 split. Now, cruise ship, now we're talking now, okay? We can do a 50-50 split. I'll pay for my part. You pay for yours. We go cruise. We have a great time. That sounds good. It does. Let's see what we got. Anything else? I wanted to point out, too, there are several cruise lines that are still putting out 2024, late 2024, and 2025 sailings. Royal Caribbean is one of those we're waiting on. Carnival as well. And Carnival's kind of got a different little feature about it. It's been about 5 or 6 years since they've done what they call the dancing of the ships where they move. Usually last time it was a third of the fleet. This ship has been here. Now it's going there. And this ship was there. Now it's going here. That way, a lot of cruisers who cruise out of the same port over and over, you get a new ship. And so there's been several hints that over the next week or two, Carnival will be releasing some of this news and itineraries. Royal Caribbean is in the same ship, and they're releasing those. So I'm excited to see what happens there as we're looking to book in 2024 and 2025, which seems forever away. But really, 2022 is almost over. It is. Peggy, I don't know the score of the game yet. I don't. Rams and 49ers. I'm going to check that out after we're done here. Lito Tito, check my email every day for my free cruise. But I will be happy splitting drinks with Derek on our next cruise. Lito Tito, we've cruised together many times now. You know that offer is there. Someone please share a cabin with him so he can do vloggers, tests. I would. Yeah, I would. We need to talk about that. My PDO starts over in January, too, for my actual job. And I could take that. I actually won a cruise on Celebrity Edge and was able to get some onboard credit for my next cruise by giving it back. Oh, my goodness. How about that? I cannot wait to our cruise in March, spring break, March Madness on the Vista Z Show. That's where we're booked. We thought about switching to the Allure, but right now we're on the Vista. I think it's where we're going to be. It's Amanda going, and both kids are going on that one. And it was $1,000. How can I want to go on the Allure, but it's like $3,400 for 4 people. I can't do it. I just told you about my money problems. I can't do it. Can't wait for Jubilee. Glenn says, I agree. Ronnie, you're welcome for the show, of course. 6 to 14. Thank you for that update there. Waiting for the California Ex Costa ship. Yes, I think this week, right? The Venecia and Firenze finally came to mind. Those 2 ships, yes, who are still going to be operated under the Costa family there. Yeah, Firenze is one of them. So New York, and of course out there on California, that will be fun. We hope Amanda and I hope to catch those cruises as well. It's gonna be a busy cruise news week. We're gonna see how Carnival and Royal Caribbean respond to the news today. Hopefully we won't have another 2-show day. I was too busy today. It was a Monday, but Carnival's website would not work, so I was able to create 2 shows today. Kathy says this, just got off the Panorama Vista class ship there and ran into another Islander in the elevator. You've made my day, Kathy. We were both wearing our Island Time shirts. Oh my gosh. I'm taking a picture of that comment, Kathy. Taking a picture of it because you made my day. No lie. Kathy says, thanks for all you do. Thank you for that. That blows my mind. It does. I hope I make an impact on people. Cruising's the vehicle I use to do it, right? But I hope I have an impact on people. Hope that this community positively impacts your day every single day. We're excited for the rest of the week. It's only Monday. There's been so much take place, and it's only Monday. We hope that you stay with us. We hope that if you're not subscribed yet, I have a crazy goal, 14,200. We're already 3 days in. It's gonna have to take a massive, I don't know. It's gonna have to take a miracle, but hopefully our work on the NCL Prima and the build up to that. Hopefully people watch us. Hopefully they care. I always ask myself, do people care? How can we make sure people care? And so, have sailings for Alaska 2024 been posted yet on Carnival? Rodney, some of them have early. They have. If you're ready to book, of course, let us know. I'll put my email address here once again. Listen, if you have recently booked a trip with any cruise line, you can move that to us. All you have to do is send me an email. I just put my email there. Send me an email and say, I just recently booked a cruise. I want you to manage it. I want you to help me with where to stay for a hotel, where I can leave my car, who has transportation to the port, what am I going to do in Cozumel, what am I going to do in Grand Turk, Amber Cove. I'll give you the options. I've been to all of them multiple times. I've done multiple excursions. You'll never pay for our services. The prices are the same or even cheaper than the prices you see online. Plus, you get my email address and my phone number. Not a 1-800 number, not an extension. Call me. I will answer. If I'm on the phone with someone else, I'll call you right back. If you're looking to cruise, of course, and book that cruise, let us help you. We would absolutely love to help you. As Lito Tito says, good night, family. Hope everyone has a great week. Rodney, the same thing. Thanks, everyone. Again, it's only Monday. We have a big week. We're going to see what else happens here in the cruise world. No matter what happens, know that you're valued by a lot of people, including myself. I'm so glad that you're here. I value you being here. You could be a million other places watching all kinds of different things, but you're here with us. And I look at that number. It's 98 right now, and I appreciate it. I do, and I hope that you know that. I hope you can see it. I hope everyone has a great week. Great things happen for you this week. Of course, we're here. If you need anything at all, you let us know, okay? I mean it. You let us know. Everyone have a great night. We'll see you, of course, hopefully Sunday night. We do have a tournament, but it should be over. It's a state tournament. We shouldn't be in the finals of that thing. I can tell you that right now. Everyone have a great, great, great night. We'll see you tomorrow right here on Island Time.